Okay, so for the P1000 pedestal, the first thing you want to do is start by setting up the dolly. So you'll notice that there are basically some pins down here that show you where the position is. So we need to unlock and swing out the dolly to expand it. So that's the first step you're going to do. Make sure that locks in. I'm going to do that with this one here. So if I bring it around and show you, push it. Next, unlock the wheels and get them where they're accessible. Then we'll lock them again. And then once the dolly is set, it's time to put the column inside the dolly and attach the central column to the dolly system. Before inserting the column, let's just make sure that all the leg bands are ready to secure the leg braces. So you want to make sure that this is unlocked and up. Spread these like that. You want to insert the column so it goes right over. Then secure the leg braces. Make sure to use the lever to securely lock the column to the collar of the dolly. Then install the steering handle. So we're going to take the included tools here, put this one aside, and we need these 3 bolts for right now. And that's how we're going to secure the ring to the pedestal column. So now what I want to do is attach the weight holder to the pedestal column using the provided screws and Allen key. And load up the weights. Now before you put the head on, you want to unlock the latch, but it takes pressure to go down and basically do that. So you want to go down like that. And then you want to unlatch that and open it up. So the easiest way is to probably sit on it like this, and then flip this up. And if you're not able to do that, it's probably because you have this locked. So make sure this is unlocked so it can go down a little bit more, and then you'll be able to flip that up and actually unlock that safety. And that safety is really just a transport safety. It's not really something you'll have to ever do once it's pressurized and in the studio configuration. So you just flip that up, and then it'll let you go up. So I'll just lock that. And then to mount the head, what you want to do is notice that on the head, the screw holes have these indentations that basically you want to align. So you can see like one here, for each of the 4 screws that secure the head to the pedestal. And you can see there's a little pattern here to show you how that lines up. So you want to just align those patterns. So you can see there's my screw, got my path for the alignment right there. I want to align where that is. You want to take this thumb screw here and tighten it. So I'm just going to do it by hand a little bit, just to get them started. So I'll make sure that those 4 screws are basically hand tightened to secure the head. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pump the pressure in the column so that I can raise it properly to get the tool in there to use a proper screwdriver to finish tightening it all the way. So now let's put some air in the column. And to do that, you want to first remove the cap and then get the pump. Goes in just like that. Secure that in there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to pump that to about 2.5 bars just to give it some air in the column. It's roughly a little under 40 psi. And now that that's pressurized, let's remove our pump. Put the cap back on. And next thing you want to do is unlock the lever to be able to raise and lower the pedestal. And now with that raised, we can safely finish tightening our head and securing that to the pedestal using a regular screwdriver. Now it's time to attach the handles. Once you have the pedestal set up, it's time to distribute the weights. Next, to mount the camera and any accessories, it's always important to make sure you start initially in the locked position of the QH1 head. This is a really nice function because in addition to the actual tilt lock, you've got a fully featured master lock here that allows it to stay locked no matter how the weight distribution is managed. So in the beginning, when you're not really balanced, it's going to help you because it's not going to slam forward or backwards or anything. So that's a really big advantage. So we're going to lock the pan and we're going to mount our plates. So to prep this, we need to unlatch the lever here. So you do that by pressing the red button forward and then pulling this out. So it goes up and then out. And that way, this can depress. Okay, so now we've got the standard head plate that goes with this pedestal. And I've got a custom riser here that we're going to be using for the purpose of mounting our teleprompting system and talent monitor. So I've already gone ahead and configured this a little bit, but let's finish it the rest of the way and get this to work with our pedestal. So we're going to have to look at the screws here and make sure that they align. And I'm going to need to at least take this one out. So that's the first root of business here. So I'm going to put a little pressure on it. And then unscrew it out the back like that. Putting a little pressure on it from here. Get that screw out of there. So I'm going to screw this one here. It looks like this one we're going to do right in there. So we'll get it started. And that slip into place. And then lock that down. So put this build on. We're going to put it in that way. Press down. Let it lock. And then bring the lever across to lock it even further. And that concludes this section. Watch the next video to see how to continue building the camera system.